Alright, greetings. Today we'll be focusing on the question that you guys sent, the 8.1 calculus. So the first question is saying determine the first principle. From the first principle, the derivative of f at x equals to 3x squared plus 2x. So the key here is for you to understand that we need to use the first principle. It's the first equation, it's the first problem in calculus. So you better use first principle, because you can use the rules and you will not get any marks. Just use the first principle. And you go to your formula sheet. I'm just going to move this a bit down. Please, let's copy it down so for some space. So from your formula sheet, your f at x, your derivative will be equals to the limit when h goes to 0 of f at x plus h minus f at x all over h. So that's your formula. So we need to make sure that we copy it as it is, and we see that we are going to need f at x plus h, but because we don't want anything to be congested, I will advise you to go on the side and let us go and find out f at x plus h. So your f at x was given as 3x squared plus 2x. So your f at x plus h will simply with a bracket, because we have 3x squared plus 2x. The reason why I'm doing that with the bracket, because this negative sign is very, very critical. We tend to make a mistake. So please check out the negative. When you have a negative, please protect whatever your f at x in a bracket instead, in case it's a binomial, because we tend to just multiply by 3x squared, negative 3x squared, then we leave the 2x and we'll end up having a wrong value. So the all divided by, let's put it in black, and then h. So we continue. So the limit, you see I'm always bringing in the limit. And then you look at the like terms, this negative sign multiplied by this will be a negative, this multiplied by this will also be a negative. So I'm going to write it down so that you can see it. I have 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared plus 2x plus 2h minus 3x squared minus 2x all over h. And then as you can see, this will actually subtract this, and this will subtract that. And then I'll be left with is black. The limit is still there when h is approaching 0. And now I'm left with 6xh plus 3h squared plus 2h over h. And I can simply see that there's a common factor there, which is h. I remove the common factor, not forgetting that I'm still going to continue with the limit. So I have the limit when h goes to 0, and my h, I remove h because I see there's a common factor. H is appearing in all of them. There's a h, there's a h, there's also an h this side. So I remove the common factor of h. I'm left with 6x plus 3h plus 2 all over h. And then just cross to the limit when h goes to 0. Now this will divide the h. I'll now have 6. Let me just erase this to continue with black. 6x plus 3h plus 2. And then the limit when h goes to 0. Now I need to substitute. I don't need the limit anymore. So I'm going to remove the limit because I'm going to substitute. Because the limit is getting to 0. I'm going to remove the limit and now substitute. We have reached when h gets to 0. So 6x, still fine, plus 3h has reached 0. So we'll put 0, then plus 2, then our answer will be 6x plus 2. And this becomes our final answer. So that's very, very important for us to check. Yeah? Sorry.